By the end of this video, you're going to have a step-by-step guide to request a credit upgrade from Capital One without a hard credit check. If you want a higher credit limit, which could potentially increase your credit score by lowering your credit utilization, aka what you're spending versus Capital One is offering you, or you simply just want cash back or a free vacation, then upgrading your credit card with Capital One is what you need to do right now. In fact, the method I'm going to share with you took me from a $3,000 limit all the way up to $40,000 in just a few days. Alright, before we do anything, you need to know two things. One, why upgrading your credit card with Capital One is better than just applying for a whole new credit card. And two, what credit card to upgrade to depending on what card you currently have. So for starters, upgrading your card is better than applying for a new credit card because applying for a new credit card is going to hurt your average age of accounts on your credit report, which could decrease your credit score immediately, whereas upgrading your credit card will not, because it's going to keep the same credit card account on your credit report. It's just going to actually change the credit card itself and the benefits and hopefully your credit limit at the end of this video. And secondly, Capital One, as well as other big banks like Chase, limit the amount of credit cards you can have on your report and with them specifically. So what do I mean by that? Capital One's going to limit you to 5 credit cards with them, whether it be personal, business, or both combined. Otherwise, they'll instantly deny your application. So just another reason why upgrading your card is better than applying for a new one. Alright, now we need to make sure you're upgrading to a card that's worth it and going up the credit card ladder and not down. So what do I mean by that, right? Capital One obviously offers many credit cards, whether it be student cards, secured credit cards, business credit cards, and so on. And whether you want to earn cash back, travel, dining, or simply pay no annual fees as you see here. With all these credit cards that they offer, I need to make sure that you don't upgrade to a card that has less benefits. Otherwise, this video isn't doing its job, and you could possibly ruin your credit card with Capital One as well as your credit report if you get the wrong credit card and have to ultimately cancel it later on down the line. Now, most people watching this probably have the Platinum MasterCard, which is the Capital One Platinum. So if you have this card, I recommend upgrading this to the Quicksilver one or the Saver one, something with no annual fee, but you're still going to earn some sort of benefits. So what do I mean by that? The Platinum MasterCard is usually your first credit card, as it was mine. Although it has no annual fee, you're not earning any sort of benefit. So the next step is to get some sort of benefit, whether it be cash back or miles. So let's scroll down and find the Quicksilver one. There it is. Let's say you get this credit card, you're paying a small annual fee or no annual fee depending on which one you get, and now you're earning a 1.5% cash back on all of your everyday purchases, so you're making some money on your annual spend. Another option would be the Saver one, because it does come with a cashback bonus after you sign up for the card and spend a few dollars in a few months, as well as some benefits, as you could see here, for no annual fee. Now that you know a few cards you could possibly upgrade to, alright, now let me show you a few cards you should just completely stay away from. This really should go without being said, but I feel the need to share it because I want to make sure I'm sharing the right information and guiding you all in the right direction as a thank you for even clicking on this video in the first place. So all these store credit cards, Cabela's Club Card, the BJ's MasterCard, Bass Pro Shop, the Walmart credit card, the BJ's credit card again, and so on and so forth. I would stay away from these cards for a few reasons. One is they limit the amount of available credit they could give you per month, and the whole point of doing this is to hopefully get a higher credit limit and better benefits, so stay away from them. And then secondly, the option to build out cards with that company is very limited because they only have a small amount of cards. To put it into perspective, they use Capital One to underwrite the credit card, meaning Capital One is actually the holding company, and they're just slapping their face on it. And then not to mention, they usually have the highest APRs. As you can see here, 32.24% variable APR on all other purchases. I mean, that is a really, really high APR. When in doubt, a good rule of thumb is the cards that require excellent credit are usually the better credit cards, with a few exceptions. That's why I say it's a rule of thumb. With that said, you see most of the cards that are already recommended. The Saver one, Quicksilver one, the Venture one, I didn't mention that, but whenever it has one at the end, it usually means no annual fee while still earning benefits. So always keep that in mind. And then you have the best credit card that's offered right now, which I did actually end up getting, which is the Venture X, offering lounge access at the airport, ton of travel benefits, and so on. Now here's the exact 4-step framework to request a credit upgrade without hurting your credit score. And I must warn you, Last part's by far the most important because I share two ratios with you. If you mess them up, you could be instantly denied, and even worse, you could ruin your credit card with Capital One. First things first, log into the Capital One app or the website. I'm using the website because it's easier to do this recording and show you guys. Now, let's locate the card that you want to upgrade from. So pick the card you currently have. I have 3 cards here. You may have 1 or 2, but find the card that you're going to be upgrading from. Once you find your card, go to the chat feature right here or the settings, and we're going to be updating your income and employment. Simply type it in just like this. Again, find the card you're upgrading from and click it. So I'm actually going to edit this and block out all my information, but basically put your total annual income. Capital One does allow you, and it's very important, to include any alimony, child support, or separate maintenance income that may be able to be used by you for basis to repay any loans by Capital One or credit cards. So household income, side gigs, if you're a social media influencer on the side, if you have a small power washing gig on the side, if you're a DJ on the side, you could bundle all that income up and you enter it here. You also have the chance to enter any asset information and then your employer. For all my people out there that are self-employed, you want to put that you're employed, but put your business's name. It does help out a little bit to show some continuity and show some sense of security to Capital One. So now come back to the chat feature and you're going to type in upgrade my credit card please, or I would like to upgrade my card. You're then going to either see your upgrade options here. Don't worry if you don't yet, because I'm going to share with you a secret to make sure you can see them all in just a second. I don't show any because I have the best card. I have the top credit card, which is the Venture X. However, you may see some here now. If you don't, again, bear with me here. I'm going to show you something in just a second. Okay, using the link in the pinned comment below, you can automatically see if you have a credit card upgrade with Capital One without hurting your score. Basically, after you click the link, it's going to ask you to sign in on CapitalOne.com, and it's going to show you any upgrade offers. But again, I must warn you, I'm going to share with you in just a second 2 ratios. If you mess them up, it's going to probably impact your credit card upgrade. So Capital One may ask, how much do you spend on your rent or credit card per month? If they do, I don't recommend putting $1 over 30% of your monthly income for your rent or mortgage, and then nothing over 10% for your monthly credit card spend. Why do I recommend this? Well, 1, I have a ton of data points on people getting a credit upgrade with them, and then 2, it shows you're responsible, and it kind of limits the risk of them doing a financial review on your account, which can cause them to shut it down. And then secondly, now you're probably wondering, well, Nick, thanks for helping me out with the credit upgrade, but how do I get a bigger credit limit? I recommend checking out this video I'm going to put on the screen. It's going to share with you how to get a higher credit limit with Capital One without impacting your credit. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you got an upgrade below, and I'll see you next time.